Hello out there, wherever you are. As for me, why, I'm in Jamestown, New York, the birthplace of Lucille Ball. And I'm at Lucille Ball Memorial Park to talk about the two statues of Lucille Ball that were erected in this town. Now, initially, it was just one statue. Obviously, Lucille Ball, a pioneer of comedy, and Jamestown, New York, as being her birthplace, really has embraced her as, a hero to this little town. The National Comedy Center, the Lucy Desi Museum are all in Jamestown, New York, which is how she wanted it to be, as kind of a gem of comedy. And so it's very cool to see that, they have embraced her so much. But initially, it was just one statue. And the statue that they resurrected in her honor was controversial, to say the least, I guess you could say. A lot of people were not happy with it. A lot of people said it looked horrible. They said it really didn't look like her. It wasn't a great representation. So they did commission a second statue in her honor. The cool thing is, and I will give credit through this, is that they kept both statues. So we're going to visit both statues of Lucille Ball. The first one being the modern new version. The second one being the original version that was here for many years. So let's get into it. This is the two statues of Lucille Ball, and we are also visiting Lucy's gravesite on Tom Was Here.
Hey, it's Johnny C. McGinley. What would you say you do here? Tom was here.
Okay, Celeron, New York, childhood home of the First Lady of Comedy, Lucille Ball, by Carolyn D. Palmer, August 6, 2016. And it's a fitting tribute to Lucy. I mean, it looks exactly like how you'd want a statue to look. I mean, for considering it's a statue, the lifelike detail in her face and everything is just absolutely incredible. I mean, they did such a good job on this one, which is funny when you see the other one that we're going to stumble across in a minute. Just a short walk away from the nice new, brand new Lucy statue. And like I said, credit to Jamestown, New York for keeping this one up. I mean, I'm sure they put a lot of money into this, and they wanted it to work, and it worked many years. So like that one they commissioned in 2016. So it's not even 10 years old just yet. And this is the original Lucille Ball statue, and I do want to see when this is commissioned. This one is from, so it's not even that much older. It's donated by Mark and Jetta Wilson, August 7, 2009. So it is a month older than you are. A month younger than you are. Sorry about that. A month younger. A month younger than you are. And oh my God! Like, what is it? What's going on here? Is this the Babadook? Is this a? Let's put it this way. I mean, I like that they have the vitamin regimen. Okay, I like that's in there and that's solid. But like, if this was a horror movie villain, or like this came at you in a haunted house, you'd be like, it would not feel out of place. I don't want to criticize, because sometimes certain statues, they just don't have the same thing. But this one is. This one's pretty. Is it? Okay, I was just seeing if the opening had like a little opening, but it's solid in there. But yeah, that is something. I'll tell you that. That is certainly something. So at least, I thought it was here many years before, only 2009 to 2016. So within the few years that there, from I guess 2009 to 2016, the rumbling started, and they commissioned that new statue, which is a far more fitting tribute. And I'm trying to do an obligatory selfie with the thing that this bee was just like living on this for a while. Okay, he just left. He just left. Okay, I was like, is there like some hive in here that I don't know about? But yeah, this thing. I'll tell you what. It's the dock.
Okay.
So this is right off Lucille Ball Park, and I was just, I saw a big lake here and a dock, and I was like, oh, let's go see what's doing here. I will admit this, I don't know if it's this stuff that's kicking up, but there's a vagrance. I don't know if it's the ducks or the seaweed here or whatever this is, but it definitely has a potent smell. But this is nice. You got this.
How much money to jump in there?
Oh, yeah. I can't afford it. I'd love to for the channel. It would top dollar. Just look in the camera and go, "Hey, this is Steve-O, and I'm about to jump into this lake." And you go, "Yeah, dude." You just jump right in. Just go, "Yeah, dude," and just jump in. There you go. You
And
can,
there's like a dead body that just throws out.
I mean, I don't know about that. There's ducks. There's ducks. Yeah, it's nice. Like the lighthouse and everything. Got a nice little thing. A very nice park. A well-maintained park, so I would say. Other than maybe the seagrass stuff here, because it is potent. It's smelly. Now, is this technically Celeron, New York? Because that was her birthplace. The two inscriptions on the statues both say Celeron. So I assume this is Celeron, or is this Jamestown? Maybe someone local can let me know in the comments down below which is which. But we are now heading to, I believe, Lakeview Cemetery, which is funny because we were just in Lakeview Cemetery, but it was in Cleveland, to visit someone else to see the grave of Lucille Ball. Okay, so we are now in Lakeview Cemetery, Jamestown, New York, to see the grave of Lucille Ball. And an important note, if you come to visit Lakeview Cemetery, it is absolutely massive. It's one of the biggest cemeteries I've ever seen. And we just went into any random gate looking for Lucy. And let me explain to you, don't go into any random gate looking for Lucy. You want gate 1. Gate 1 is the one you want because gate 1 has a sign that says visit Lakeview Cemetery's most notable residence, which is Lucille Ball, it's B.F. Goodrich, and it's some lady in glass. I'm not sure who the lady in glass is. But so there's 3 lines here. They represent the marker for every notable gravesite in Lakeview Cemetery, but with the one with the heart is Lucille Ball. And you follow the hearts from gate 1. You have to go in gate 1 or gate 2. It's the main gate of the cemetery, and it will stop here where you see the little Lucy marker there. And you walk up this little walkway. No, I was always under the impression that she was like hidden away in almost like a little area of trees, but she's fairly out in the open, to be honest with you. And just in a simple plot, I mean, obviously with the famous I Love Lucy kind of Lucille Ball thing, a lot of people left some painted rocks. Someone left a donut for some reason. I don't know why someone would leave a donut.
How much to eat that?
No. And a lot of people left pennies. A lot of people leave coins. A few more painted rocks over here. She is buried with her parents. And she is actually not... this was not her initial resting place. This was not her initial burial site. When she died in 1989, she was initially interred. She was cremated. And she was initially interred in Forest Lawn, Hollywood Hills. And then it wasn't until 2003 that she was actually moved to the family plot here in Jamestown. Several different actors or notable people were moved at a certain point. Now, I don't know if Forest Lawn, Hollywood Hills has a marker that shows where she was. I think in Hollywood Forever Cemetery, they do have several people that were moved at one point, but they do have a marking that represents that they were there at some point, which is strange. But yeah, there it is. There's the grave of Lucille Ball. And like I said, it's very understated. I think personally, a image of Lucy would, a prime Lucy image over the ball. I do like the font though, that's great. But I do think an image would have, would have been amazing for this. But still, to see the grave of a legend of comedy, the first lady of comedy they call her, in Lucille Ball. I'm still confused by the donut, to be honest with you. I appreciate fandom, you know what I mean? Like someone put forth the effort to get these flowers and make a Lucille Ball flowers for that. Like, I don't know if it's necessarily like a family thing. I think that's just like a fan coming out and putting that on there, like writing these different like happy birthday rocks and stuff like that. Like, that's a devotion to a fan. That is a true fan. Like, you got to give it up for people that really respect people even when they're gone. So Lucille Desiree Ball Morton, August 6th, 1911, April 26th, 1989. And they have You Come Home added on there. So that's probably when they moved her, they added her on there. And then Fred Henry Ball, is that a brother, I guess, maybe, perhaps? Based on the dates, I would assume, 4 years apart. And then the parents, 77. And then, whoa, the dad, Henry Durrell Ball, 1915. So the mom, if I read this correctly, Henry Ball is the father, died in 1915. The mother, 1977. Wow. Son just pointed that out to me. The father died February 28th, 1915, and if this is the brother, was born after the father died, July 17th, 1915. Oh, wow. I know there's a debate that when, famous people, like, they pass away, the idea is that it's like, oh, well, they're, you shouldn't visit their final resting places because you didn't really know them. But I disagree with that. I personally think that it's something where, like, when someone's, first of all, cemeteries are fascinating. It's the only tangible history that we have. You can watch video and you can read books and stuff like that, but technically this marker is really the only thing to represent that Lucille Ball was on the same planet that we were all on. There's really, like I said, you can build a statue, you can do all this stuff, but this is real tangible history. And then when somebody explained that to me, that grave sites were like tangible history, when you see people like the gravesite of, say, like Lincoln or Washington, you're like, wow, they lived on this earth because this gravesite, represents that they were actually in the, on this planet. Because I know there's a school of thought. I just heard a interview with Tyler Hero of the Miami Heat, who insists that history did not happen prior to him existing. He believes there's no historical events that occurred prior to, which is silly logic. I mean, but the statues don't really represent history, and even books, as much as you can say books, they don't really represent true history. Technically, grave sites are the thing that represents the fact that these people were here on this earth. Now, if you really want to put your tinfoil hat on, you can say, like, oh, they don't mean there's people actually in there. You can't say that for sure. I beg to differ. You have a cemetery like this that is absolutely massive, of people that were on this earth, and in all years. I mean, you just strolling through this looking for Lucy, because we entered the wrong entrance and had a heck of a time searching for her. You saw grave sites from 1800s, from 1700s. I mean, there are some grave sites from a long time ago, and these people existed on this earth because this people actually were here. And that, to me, is fascinating history. So I'll always check out cemeteries, because it's the one distinguisher, the one distinguishing mark that you were actually here. Sure, there's video, and there's footage, and there's all that type of stuff, and there's books, and there's some statues in tribute to these same people. But this is a tangible piece of history. It's something where you can say, like, this marker represents the gravesite of Lucille Ball. Like, this is where her final resting place is, even though she was moved. But at least represents that person in this place. At least to me. You can feel free to debate it in the comments down below. But that'll do it for the two statues of Lucille Ball in Jamestown, New York, or I guess Celeron, New York. Cemetery, I believe, is in Jamestown, and I think Jamestown is the larger city overall. So it's like one of those things where it's like, okay, this is a smaller city that she was actually in, but Jamestown is the bigger city of the two. But that'll wrap it up for the two statues of Lucille Ball and the gravesite of Lucille Ball. Both Lakeview Cemetery, Lucille Ball Memorial Park, Jamestown, New York. Guys, thanks so much for watching. If you are new here, make sure to like, share, subscribe. You like to support me on Patreon, like John Bailey, like Brett Persing, like Fan, you can do so. Link is in the description below. If you'd like to buy a t-shirt, a TomWasHere t-shirt, you can do so at Spreadshirt, as well as links to my eBay store, Facebook page, Instagram, TikTok, whatnot, Arena Club. The links are in the description below. And I can say, as far as the two statues, as far as the gravesite of Lucille Ball, Jamestown, New York, I can officially say that my name is Tom and I was here. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Bye, everyone.